Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Charles, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamerspro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, when we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we got a pretty interesting show for you guys that we want you guys to stick around for, so please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Now, where do I even begin? Yesterday I was chilling, and then I came upon some audio, I believe it was on Twitter, of Draymond Green basically explaining or giving the reasoning behind his top 3 or top 5. In his top 3, he had Michael Jordan, he had Kobe Bryant, and he had LeBron James, which is fine. But then he started to give his reasoning behind his rankings, and that's where he totally lost me and absolutely disrespected Kobe Bryant in the process of that. What we want to do is we want to play exactly what he had to say for you guys here, and then we're going to come back and react to this nonsense. Take a listen to what he had to say here.
Who your top 5?
My top 5 is LJ number 1, MJ number 2, Kobe number 3, Steph number 4, and Shaq number 5.
Okay.
You got Bron first.
Yes, because what Bron has done, like when you talk about Cicely Tyson,
Yeah.
Bron started in 03. By 2005, Bron was the best player in the NBA.
Yeah.
In 2020, he was still the best player in the NBA. He was the best player in the NBA no matter what the game did. The game went from 2 slugs, like slow big man, to like a stretch 4 big man, to like back to 2 big man, to like big man.
Me and you out there playing the phone.
Facts.
And he's been the best no matter what. When you look at the teams that Bron has carried to championship or carried to the finals, MJ didn't beat the greatest team ever assembled, nor did he run up against the greatest team ever assembled every year. You look at the skill set that Bron has. There's nobody that has ever played the game of basketball that can do what LeBron James does on basketball court. Nobody. Michael Jordan could do just about all that LeBron James does, except for he for damn sure couldn't pass like Bron.
They had a vision like that.
I love MJ. I think MJ is incredible. Like, MJ is MJ. Like, we all wanted to be like Mike. Like, I wear 23. Come on now. Like, we all want to be like Mike. But what LeBron has been able to do and how he can control a game and, like, to do it this long, like going to the finals year after year after year. Bron went 8 or 9 straight.
9 straight.
Like, MJ took a break. Bron ain't taking no break. You know what he did? Went again and again and again and again.
With different guys every time.
And again. So for me, that's why it's Bron over MJ for me. And on top of that, the talent nowadays is way better. And I'm sure one of the old gonna say, you out of your mind, and this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. The talent is way better. Just like the talent at Apple is way better than the talent that was working at Apple in 1991.
So you heard what Draymond Green had to say. You know, Draymond Green is talking like as if he's somebody that's like 21 years old. Draymond Green is 32 years old. Why am I bringing this information? I'm bringing it up to let you know that Draymond Green has been around now for quite some time. But he's talking like as if he's somebody that started watching basketball 5 years ago. Draymond said from 2005 to 2020, LeBron was the best player in the world. I never heard that before. Where did you hear that? Where'd you get that information from, Draymond? Where'd you hear that? Nobody ever said that. Ever. Kobe Bryant, from probably 2003 to 2011, 2012, was the best player in the NBA. Period. End of story. It's not up for discussion. It's not up for argument. He was the best. In that period, he averaged about 30 points per game for a 10-year window. He made 9 all-first defensive teams, so he was the best two-way player in basketball. Nobody had a higher average than that in offense, and made that many all-first defensive teams. Not even Tim Duncan, that people want to say. Yes, Kobe averaged more points and made more all-first defensive teams, I believe, than Tim Duncan in that period. I could be wrong, or they're very similar, and Tim Duncan is known as a defensive stalwart. And then you come up with he was the best player since 2005. So if he was the best player in 2005, Draymond, since I know you watch TV, when you saw the Olympic Redeem Team doc, who was the difference maker on that team? Was it LeBron? What year was that? That was 2007. LeBron had been in the NBA for about 5 years. Anybody that watched that video, that show, that documentary, from an objective or honest standpoint, will tell you that Kobe was clearly the best player. Why was the coach, Mike Krzyzewski, saying that? Why were all these people saying that the best player was? Why did everybody say that was in 2008? Kobe was clearly the best player, and you don't need to go any further than to look for the audio on 60 Minutes, where LeBron was clearly saying in 2010 or 9 or 10, if I'm not mistaken, that Kobe Bryant is the best player in the world. So I don't know where you're getting your information from or whoever told you that. That's the first thing. The second thing, I want to address it quickly about Kobe. I'm not going to talk about the championships he won in that process. In my opinion, I think Kobe became the best player. LeBron became the best player around 2012. And he was probably the best player from about 2012 to 2018, if I'm not mistaken. Then you had Kawhi in 2019. Some people are going to argue, but Kawhi was incredible. 2019, 2020. And then I think Giannis took over from that point forward. Maybe Giannis or Kevin Durant, whoever you want to say. But one of those guys. It wasn't from no damn 2005 to 2020. You bugging, son. What you talking about? You bugging. Like, I don't know where you got that information from. Now, to quickly say this, for the people, because they recently asked who's the greatest Laker of all time, for the people that believe that Magic Johnson is the greatest Laker of all time over Kobe Bryant, let me just put you guys up on some information here. From the year 2008 to 2010, Kobe beat as many 50-win teams in that period in the playoffs that Magic Johnson did in his entire NBA career. For Kobe to even make it into the finals, which he did 7 times, you had to run the gauntlet in the Western Conference. You had to run the gauntlet. And Kobe faced more 50-win teams in the playoffs than LeBron. He has a 25, if I'm not mistaken, 25-10 record. LeBron has a 10-9 record. Draymond, what are you talking about? You sound extremely misinformed. Is this what the new media is all about? Spin half-truths with zero research. Like, what are we talking about here? Kobe faced 35 50-win plus 50-win teams, and he beat a Celtics team that had 3 top 75 players, and he didn't have a top 75 teammate. All he had was Pau Gasol. When LeBron beat the Golden State Warriors in 2016, they had 1 top 75 players. Cut it out. They had Stephen Curry, and that was it. Not Klay Thompson. No matter how much you think it was a slight, he wasn't a top 75 player, and nor is he, and nor was Draymond Green. Draymond Green sounds like he just started watching basketball last week with these type of comments. And I'm not even going to get into the idiocy of his Apple comments. I'm not even going to get it. He already exposed himself when he made the comments about the high-speed internet, comparing it to AOL, when he lost everybody. I just think Draymond will just be up there talking. Just my opinion. Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. We catch you guys on the next one. Peace.